Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jessica Lynn, and today we're diving into one of the most exciting places in the Midwest, and that's the one and only Wisconsin Dells. So whether you're planning your first visit or you're a Dells regular, you're going to want to stick around because there are some really big updates that you are not going to want to miss. I put up this video a couple days ago without any audio, with just some arrows to kind of give you an idea of what was coming. So I'm going to talk you through them. Let's get started. First place we're going to look is the Kalahari. They are currently working on an $85 million indoor water park expansion. It's going to be 75,000 square feet of water slides, fun, and so much more. They recently just opened up their Hillside Suites. It has new rooms and they've expanded everything. They are now currently open, offering high levels of comfort and luxury. So definitely take a look at that. The other thing that's new at the Kalahari, in case you haven't been there in a while, they are excited to share a all-new water park entrance. New lockers, new changing rooms so that you can safely store your belongings and play stress-free. I absolutely love taking this drive and giving you guys updates. So something else we recently just found out about is we are going to be able to experience Wisconsin's first alpine coaster. This is going to be perfect for families, friends, thrill seekers. Basically, I'll call it like a car, and you kind of cruise down on tracks. You can adjust how fast or how slow it goes. Riders will zoom down winding tracks like open sled cars twisting and turning through the beautiful Wisconsin Dells. And the best part is it's done by gravity. So it's super easy. And from the imagery and everything, it looks as though this is going to be where you could have a kid ride with you. And that will be opening this summer. Now you might say, Jess, where is this? It's kind of way past the wilderness that we're going through right now. You turn down that road and you're going to go all the way. It is going to be on County Road A. So it's 111 County Road A, Wisconsin Dells. So obviously, as that comes to fruition, we'll be sure to share that with you as well. The newest thing at the Wilderness is the Aquavia Lumina, and it is an enchanted night walk through the Canyon of Wonders. We actually did it in the fall, and it was amazing. Like, I did not think that it was going to move me the way it did. It truly reminded me of a Disney sort of Epcot moment. There was a lot of projection mapping. So if you guys know what that is, basically up on the beautiful natural Wisconsin Dells, you could see these amazing nature moments. It's so beautiful. I highly encourage that you go and take a look at it. When I first went, I thought, oh, this is going to be a one-time thing. But I am so excited to say we are heading back there again this summer, because I truly feel that through the seasons, it will change. Order your tickets ahead of time through their website so that you can make sure that you are guaranteed a spot in. While we're making our way past the Wilderness here, a couple other new things. So not here, but Wilderness on the Lake, which is associated to this one. The Cubby's Cove is brand new. If you haven't seen what that looks like, I do have a video with it in there. It's all refreshed, new paint, new actual water slides for the kids. They also have at Take Flight, they have a space one now. And then there are 5-bedroom treehouse cabins. Those are their largest cabins yet. They house up to 22 people. So lots going on at the Wilderness. Let's go ahead and keep on moving forward. I always really enjoy kind of driving through this area because they've made lots of changes. Like, for example, this marina, it has added a brand new building, new places for boats. I know they do a lot of boat rentals. In here also, some of these restaurants have changed. Like, there's a new Domino's. If you have not been to the Brat House, you need to go. I joke with my kids, they're my brats, right? KFC is gone. There's now a new chicken place. Let's take this turn. As we take this turn, it's interesting to watch the development in here because slowly new things are starting to come in. Hoo Hot, great place if the kids love to go ahead and put together their own meals. I still love seeing all the old school like that, the motels. It always just screams to me like 1980s Wisconsin Dells. And that was such a different time when I was a kid to be able to go there and you would stay at the motels. There wasn't all the big resorts and water parks. The Indian Museum, if you have not been in there, go in there. The artifacts, I mean, some of it's for sale, but it's stunning. Lots of beautiful things. Discovery, Tommy Bartlett's Robot World. Haven't been in there in a long time. I think the next time we go, we are definitely going to have to take a trek there. I am hoping that the water show, Tommy Bartlett Water Show, will be bought by someone. I'm excited to see what happens with that, but we'll see. We have eaten there. That was good. That's the way you go to the wilderness on the lake. Now there's a couple of new things. Lots of stuff is getting torn down and moved around, so it's really crazy to see how open some of this is. Now the Flamingo Motel, the Wisconsin Dells, is no longer there. It is demolished. You can see there is the space that once housed that location. It closed at the end of 2019 and then never reopened. So I haven't seen anything as of yet as to what is going there. I know that there's fences, there were for sale signs. I heard that it was sold, but I have yet to see what it's going to be. So if you drive through, trust me, it's a very strange area. Now, let's just throw this back old school, right? That Remax there at one point actually used to be a Walking Dead zombie, like, escape kind of room thing, if anybody remembers that. You can see some of the old Flamingo Hotel is still up. See the pink and gray there? So I wonder if all of that is going to get torn down as well, or if whoever purchased it only purchased that one small section. So
I
we'll
suppose
see.
that time will tell. So coming up next is Noah's Ark, and here 2025 is going to be exciting for them. They are going to be adding heated water to all the outdoor attractions. This means the park will be able to offer a variety of heated pools, slides, and a lazy river. Additionally, the park is introducing Chameleon Water Slide, which is going to be a fully immersive, color-changing lights and music water slide. So that's going to be exciting for this year. Now coming up here, you can see there are a ton of great places like the Grateful Shed. We did a video on them. We haven't gone to Pure Sugar. We've also gone to the Wisconsin Ducks. One of the places I want to talk about really quick that's coming up just behind this is Rick Wilcott's Magic Show. If you haven't heard of this, or you drive by and you're like, what the heck is this? I actually saw this guy many years ago in Las Vegas. He played at the Tropicana. He had a tiger. And it looks like they're starting up all their shows for 2025. So definitely be sure to take a look at the Rick Wilcott Magic Show. Not sponsored. I went and saw him in Vegas though, and he was so much fun. Like, the stuff he did was top level magic. It was very cool. While it's not new, they are back in season. The Wisconsin Dells Ducks are already back up and running. They typically start kind of mid-March-ish. We were up there 2 weeks ago, and we already saw them kind of cruising around. I don't know if they were just training, but definitely take a look. We have a full video if you're interested in finding out more about the Wisconsin Dells Ducks. Truly something you've got to do. They also have a zip line, which is a ton of fun. While this is not an update, it's one place we're thinking about trying this year, and I'd love to hear what you think. So comment down below if you've eaten there. Coming up here on the right is a place called Hot Rocks. Basically, it's the oldest style of cooking. Basically, it's this super hot rock. It comes out into the centerpiece, and then you actually cook your food on it. So what I think it kind of makes me think of is like the melting pot, but instead of with a pot of water, you're cooking it on a stone. So I'm kind of interested to try it, but that was just a little bit back there. Coming up on the right is the Timbavati Wildlife Park. Some things you can do that are brand new. So they've got like encounters where you can meet a red panda, sloth, or a giraffe. They also offer VIP tours, which I've heard are actually really, really fun. So be sure to take a look. Looks like they take you kind of all over. You get to, experience all of the different things that they have to offer. Right over there, you can see the Kilbourne Dam, which was completed in 1909, effectively separating the river into two sections, Upper Dells and Lower Dells. Basically,
hindering river navigation between the two. Basically, the altered water levels and division of the river impact as tourist activities like steamboats could no longer travel right here. That's kind of fun to think, right? That travel like steamboats used to cruise around the Wisconsin Dells River. It's kind of fun. So while we're cruising, I'll share with you the International Crane Foundation, which is actually kind of near Baraboo, is going to be opening a brand new overlook of its 300-acre property. Basically, it's going to have such beautiful views. If you have a zoo membership to like the Milwaukee Zoo or some of the other zoos in the state, some of them include free admission or discounted admission into the International Crane Foundation. So definitely take a look and see if your zoo pass qualifies. You can see all 15 species of cranes. 10 of them are currently threatened by extinction. So definitely go and support them and see why it's so important to take care of the cranes. Now, while I won't be able to kind of go through and share like all of the updates through downtown, what I really love is that there's still lots of parking. I see that they're starting to expand kind of down the roads a little bit, so there's more bars and nightlife happening here. So if you are cruising through downtown, please know, look, a lot of your favorite places are still available. So if you like fudge or random gifts from the Wisconsin Dells, or if you love to do those vintage photos, we did those a couple of years ago. So much fun. It's all still there. I always suggest, like, if you are two adults maybe trying to get away for a long weekend, stay more toward this area. There's a lot for you to do. Don't get me wrong. As two adults without kids, we've also stayed at the water parks and had an absolutely wonderful time. So don't feel like you can't. But depending on what your interests are, let's just go this way. If you don't want to go and have a lot of families and kids around you and you want to just sort of have an adult weekend, this would be more of the place to go. They do a lot of festivals as well down here. So you are going to see, like, there are bar crawls. I've seen those. I've seen wine crawls as well. There's this new area and we want to go check this out when summer gets here. Look, it's all little food trucks. So I'm kind of excited. It looks like a lot of German food. So I'm interested just to see exactly what it is. But we will be heading back there. Again, I love to see all of these adorable motels and hotels. We recently stayed at one as well, so go and watch that video. I love supporting the mom and pops, the small business. Don't get me wrong, I have a really great time at the Wilderness, the Kalahari, all of those. But I will say there is something special, old school, to be had about staying at one of the vintage hotels. You can save a lot of money. Some of them do offer passes where you can get into some of like Noah's Ark or other places. But it really just depends on the kind of trip you're thinking about having. Oh, I was gonna say H&R Block. You can go get your taxes done while you're at the Dells. Just kidding. There's a place there, obviously. So if you realize that all of a sudden today was almost tax time and you're like, shoot, I gotta go there. Totally not sponsored. I thought it was just funny to say because it's on our drive here. All right, so we have turned around and we're on our way to go to the other way, all the way back to the Wilderness and beyond. I think we're going to stop at Kalahari this time. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe. I'd love to have you join me here on this channel. I've got over 70 videos of the Wisconsin Dells and more are coming. So if you go straight up that road, straight ahead there, that is where Chula Vista is. But there we go. There's Wisconsin Dells sign. Welcome back in. One of the shout out to Quick Trip right there. I see you. First things I want to say is Big Boy is back, right? The 1930s burger chain is back open in the Wisconsin Dells. They're serving up all the classics and they have a ton of statues. Don't forget Big Boy, that is so cool. The restaurant started with a single California location in 1936 and then it gained a ton of national attention When I was a kid, Big Boys was kind of like the thing to go do. So definitely go and take a look at the Big Boys. It's pretty cool. And there's a ton of statues, so why not? If you got the kids, photo op, how fun is that? Whenever I take this tour, I know there's always a couple of houses that are still on this main strip. And it always kind of makes me smile to think like somebody goes home and they see the Dells every single day. That's fun. Coming up here, tons of fun shops. If you have a pottery child, painted pottery right there, amazing. We've done that a couple of times, and the kids we always bring back a nice souvenir, something beautiful, and it is so much fun, and they'll ship it to you if you're not going to be in town before they get it all glazed. Again, tons of shopping down here, and again, like I said, this is definitely like if you're out for an adult weekend that you just want to kind of go to the bars, hang out, relax, this could be a little bit of a different experience for you. They are currently working on some of the buildings, so you're going to see coming up, there are some updates happening to some of these buildings, which is exciting to see them building on. Although it's really fun, if you haven't done it, Google some pictures of, when Wisconsin Dells was first established. It's so fun to see that most of the buildings, a lot of them are still standing. They've just had new fronts put on. So it's really fun to see all of the, there wasn't like perfect sidewalks and everything. There were horses all over the place. It was a very different location. All right, so let's go ahead and keep on moving forward. All right, we're just going to turn here. We're on our way down to the Riverwalk. If you've never been to the Riverwalk, go take a look. I've got a video on it. It's a ton of fun. It's really pretty. It's not a huge long walk, but it's enough where you can get kind of that nostalgic Wisconsin Dells feel. Parking is abundant right there. And there's also something called the Riverwalk Pub. Really good food. If it's right there, that brown building. If you are looking for something just a little bit different, they do have outdoor seating, and we've done that before, and it's so pretty just to kind of overlook the water and have kind of that moment, that Wisconsin Dells moment. Like I said before, you can see they're redoing some of the fronts of the buildings. There's a Dairy Queen there. Just beyond that Wisconsin Dells boat, you can see there's like a red car. There's a really cool photo op. There is actually a red car mounted sideways up on the wall. It's right there. You can kind of see it. We actually took our pictures there. I was like, I'll never not see that again. But that was kind of fun. There's the entrance to the Riverwalk. So if you watch our video, you'll be able to see that's actually where we start. I love seeing this area as well. I love that they're turning it into kind of a summer night place to go and get food and just sort of hang out under the, we'll call them our Olive Garden lights, right? Beautiful views, and it's part of what, again, that's why people came to the Wisconsin Dells, is because of how beautiful it was. Don't get me wrong, I love seeing all the water parks and everything, but it is a beautiful area. This section of land, this is one we're going to watch for over the next year or so. They have got part of this old mini golf area up for sale, so it'll be interesting. Pirates Cove got a brand new whole deck, all brand new wood decking, beautiful, stunning, ready for 2025. Like I said, that section though, there used to be a little theme park and some other stuff, and I kind of am waiting to see if someone else decides to come in and make it something bigger. All right, and as we head past Walgreens and I'll call it the Wilderness McDonald's, you can see there's a whole bunch of construction up on that hill. That's called the Delshire Hotel Project. They are currently working on building it. It looks like it's going to be a resort based around medieval stuff. So this is fun. It's going to have fire-breathing dragons that welcome visitors. When you first drive up, there's going to be torches. It's going to be a combination of stone, masonry, engineered siding, cathedral ceilings. The grand lobby will include yet another dragon with a moat, lead iron railings. So this is going to be interesting. It does say it's going to have hot tubs, swim up bar, pools, etc. And this will be a luxurious resort. So this will be fun to see. I can't wait. Future phases include village buildings, tree houses, and canopy walks. So we'll see what happens there. That'll be fun. Celebrating over 50 years, there's the Wisconsin Deer Park. I absolutely love it. There's such a fun place. I have so many memories of taking my kids there. My favorite question I get all the time is, what is top secret, right? So it is a walk-through attraction that brings guests to the world of the upside down White House. You come and you discover what they have. They've dug open this lot, and it's open year round. One of the things my husband loves is we always go and get our pictures with the Transformers. They're built out of car parts and other things. And the whole thing takes, I don't know, about an hour or so. So definitely worth taking a look at. Next, we have Mount Olympus Water and Theme Park. So they have the tallest water slide, the Rise of Icarus. You can see that kind of down over there to the left. They also have Medusa's Slide Wheel, which is a rotating water slide. Both are original and new to the United States. Additionally, the water park is going to host the Classic Car Show May 17th and 18th of 2025. Let's see what else they have. They have an indoor water park still. They've still got their outdoor parks. They also have a huge theme park inside as well, including Hades 360, go-karts, plus all of the coasters and cars that you've seen. This one right here is, every time I see it, I really want to try it. I have yet to stay at Mount Olympus. It is on my list of places to see. Although reviews that I've gotten are very hit or miss. And so I want to make sure that I can do this stay when we go a good version. It is odd to me that they own so many properties kind of spread out everywhere. I just think that, I wonder if they have shuttles. So again, I need to learn all that. That one I don't know a lot about. But I can tell you they have been kind of moving, reconstructing, adding. You can see they used to have a bunch of buildings right here. I'm going to put the little arrow up here in a sec. And you can see right in here, this was a big surprise when we drove through town. Again, tons of dirt. So this is a really big space. Considering there's a ton of the exterior hotels that they've purchased right there, I'm excited to see what it will be. A water park would be really great. Another one for them. You can see like there's another Mount Olympus building. So I'm very confused. Like I can only imagine if you got a reservation and then they said your room is in Brown Building 107, 4 miles down the road, take the left road, take a stop sign, go to the right, go here. So I need to learn that one better to be able to help you guys. But again, there's more Mount Olympus. So, I mean, they really own a lot, and I feel like they need additional water parks to be able to compete with like what the Kalahari and the Wilderness are doing. They have a lot of places for you to stay, but I'm just not sure if there is enough to do. So if you've stayed there before, I'd love to hear from you. What were your thoughts? Do you think I should take a trek over there and take a look at it? So I would love to hear more of what you think of the Mount Olympus water and theme park. Be nice. Don't be too mean in the comments. I've read a lot of reviews and they're really either hit or miss. That old motel there, that was one of the first places I ever stayed when I was a kid, so I have a fond memory of it. And every time I see that it's still there, I'm always so happy when I drive up. You can see, again, here is more of their extended hotel. So I'm really excited to see what their master plan is, but I would love to hear from you. So comment them down below. Mount Olympus, yay, nay, where should I stay? Should I do it? I'd love to hear from you guys. All right, let's keep moving forward. We are coming up to the stoplight here where you turn left to go back toward the Wilderness. And right up here, if you were to turn right at this stoplight, we're almost up there. There is a Walmart, there's a Kohl's, there's a Menards. Not that you're going to be rebuilding something, but if you were. There's also a McDonald's, and I believe there's a Dunkin' Donuts, and there used to be a Joann's, so if you had to craft all weekend, that used to be there. So there is a lot you can go to, and it's coming right up here. I think it's right by Benny's, which if you have never gone to Benny's, wow, it is like a weird, fun, exciting place for breakfast right there across the street. They have so much stuff for you to look at. It feels like you're in almost like a, what is the right word? Like like one of those outdoor where everybody brings their stuff from home, almost like a rummage sale. It reminds me of that, and it's so cool, some of the eclectic stuff that's in there. So, all right, let's keep moving forward. Up here on the right is Moose Jaw. So if you see a car with a moose kind of straddling it, that's them. What I just learned is they now have an all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet for the weekends currently. I'm sure it'll expand once you hit summer, but take a look at their websites. But it's 8 a.m. to 11, and it looks pretty decently priced with all of the standards. So if you're staying at one of the big resort hotels or someplace where maybe you don't have breakfast, this could be a really good alternative. Again, not sponsored, but I'm always looking for a kid-friendly, inexpensive buffet that has good food for breakfast, because my kids, one day they want this, one day they want that. And so a breakfast buffet that's actually affordable is kind of a great alternative. Coming up here on the right, we're going to see the Legacy Dinner Theater. They have tons of shows. Currently, they had a circus show going on, which runs through the end of April. And then they're going to be bringing back, it looks like, Sneaky Pete's Wild West Dinner Adventure for the summer. So that is exciting. Everyone I know who's gone to it has absolutely loved it. You can see there's a new deluxe burger location as well. So now there's one up by kind of like Noah's Ark area, and then there's another one over here. Here's that Culver's. Now there is a new hotel I'm so excited about. It's called the Wisconsin Hotel and Conference Center. I'm so excited about it. It looks like it's going to be fun. It even has a place called the Farmer in the Dells, which is fun. Like, I love that. That's going to be a restaurant and a silo bar. It looks really beautiful. It looks very old school. Lots of weddings, it looks like they're going to be doing, in a lot of conference space. So that'll be fun. And I'm excited to get there. It's going to be opening, I believe, in the next couple of months. It says summer of 2025. So that's just beyond like Denny's, almost like if you're on your way to the outlet mall. It's right over there. So that's going to be really fun to see how that sort of evolves. So as we're kind of heading up toward the Kalahari, you can look straight ahead and you can see that's kind of where the outlet malls are. Nothing really new there, not a whole lot new over at the Great Wolf, so we'll kind of watch that and see how that evolves. Well, that about wraps up our adventure to the water park capital of the world. I hope you had as much fun watching as I did exploring all of the new changes and updates in the Wisconsin Dells. Tons of new thrills, lots of new food, hidden gems, all coming. If this video gave you vacation vibes or helped you plan your trip, or at least maybe kind of got an idea of kind of what's coming and what is changing, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on any more awesome travel tips. I will be heading to Disneyland very soon, so we are going to change from Wisconsin Dells and head on over to California very soon. I cannot wait to share all of that with you. But what I do want to say is I hope you enjoy all of these travel ideas, these tips, kind of what's new. And if you've got a favorite memory about the Wisconsin Dells, go ahead and put that down below. Is there a place I should check out? I would love to do that as well. Until then, keep chasing adventures, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll pop up 2 more for you to take a look at. Take care, everybody.